What's up, guys? It's Feeve Chief here. In this video, we are going to go over every single investment you need to make in FC25 to double your coins this weekend. As many of you probably know, there has been a massive market crash over the past few days in FC25. However, this coming weekend and into next week, there is going to be a big market rise. And if we invest our coins wisely, we are going to be able to make a ton of coins. So in this video, we're going to hit on when you guys should be buying, when you guys should be selling, and every single type of card from golds, icons, heroes, team of the weeks. If you want to purchase cheap, fast, and reliable coins on FC25, make sure to visit iggm.com and use code CHIEF to get 5% off at checkout. So let's go ahead and dive into it, and we're going to start on Footbin here, looking at some of the popular players from this year, showing you their current trends and showing you what they did last year. So a card that I really want to start with is Griezmann here. He was one of the most popular strikers early on in FC24, and it's the same in FC25. And we take a look at what he's done over the past few days. You'll see he was up at like 120k on Sunday, on Monday, and then he dropped down under 100,000 coins over the past couple days. And this is the exact trend that we saw last year, actually. You'll see that a lot of these cards were highest on, say, like Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, and then they started to drop down. So this is Griezmann in FC24. You'll see Tuesday he was the highest here. Friday, Saturday he was super low, and then he rebounded Tuesday, Wednesday of the next week. He was quite expensive. So I'm going to show you a few more cards like this, but the general idea here is that with these kind of meta gold cards, and even with a lot of the icons and heroes, you're going to see they get super low Friday and Saturday of this weekend. And the reason for that is obviously we're getting a ton of new people on the game with the standard edition release. So there's going to be a lot of supply, there's going to be a lot of packs opened, and there's going to be a lot of panic selling. I expect new promo packs here. I expect Road to the Knockout cards flying all over the place. And it's such a massive promo that I do think they're going to put a lot of good packs in the store, and cards are going to drop pretty heavily Friday and Saturday. So the general trend you'll see is these cards get low Friday, Saturday. Another one I want to take a look at here is Rudiger. If we take a look at his card this year, Monday, Tuesday, he was up at like 195, 196,000 coins. And now you'll see he's down to like 175, 180. So you'll see that drop is there. And again, I expect him to get even lower later today after content and Saturday after content. If we take a look at his card in FC24, you're very much going to see the same trend that we saw with that Griezmann. Again, Friday, Saturday, he gets quite low here, just under 70,000 coins. And then by next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, he's up to 76,000 coins. So the reason for this, again, is that we get this big dump of supply this weekend. But what also drives some of the rise in price is next weekend is going to be the first weekend league. So you're going to get a lot of people buying cards for their squads so that they can have the best team for weekend league. So it's kind of coupled together. We have the massive supply this weekend. We have the massive demand before the first weekend league, which drives a load of these cards up in price. Now, the last player we're going to look at in terms of gold is going to be Kyle Walker here. So in FC24, let's start there. He had a pretty decent rise, I would say. Let's have a look. He was up at 135,000 coins Monday, Tuesday, dropped down to 114k, and then rose up to 125k. So again, some really, really nice rises here on these cards from Friday, Saturday, which again, today/tomorrow, you're typically going to want to buy after content time when we have all that supply, and then hold these until I'd say Tuesday and then sell them. And you're very much going to see a similar trend with gold Kyle Walker this year. A guy who's dropped honestly more than I would expect him to. If he gets down to 60k today, I think that's a very easy buy. But again, he was up at like 87, 85,000 and is now down to 66,000 coins. So that kind of nails on all of our gold cards there. In general, you'll notice that I was looking at like probably a little more expensive gold cards, guys that are like 50,000 coins plus. A general rule of thumb I would give is that these cards that are, I'd say, like under 10,000 coins, maybe like 84 rated and below, I would kind of just expect these to continue to drop. Nathan Ake has not really seen a rebound like some of the other cards because again, these just get so much supply and the demand isn't there because as people continue to get coins, they're moving from cards like Ake and moving up to get cards like Saliba. So you lose the demand on these lower rated cards. There's a lot more of them on the market and they don't really rise. So you're more focusing on those golds that are kind of higher tier and that people are using for their teams. And for me to kind of get a feel for that, I like to just go to the Footbin popular players page. This will show you in general kind of like the cards that people are paying the most attention to, using in their teams, everything like that. So that's a good layout on the golds there. Now let's move into icons, heroes, which are a very, very nice way to make coins. And you'll be surprised with how similar the trends are with icons and heroes and the gold cards. They basically map them exactly early on in the game here. And I want to kind of show you how exactly that happens. So we're going to start off with a Smolarek card here. This is him in FC24. He is the same card in FC25. And if we take a look at him, he gets really low. This is the Friday we're at, the Friday of standard release, 298k. Jumps up to 340,000 coins by Wednesday of the next week. So we saw a big rise that first week. He drops off and then another nice rise. If we take a look at that card here, saw a nice rise Monday, Tuesday up at 290,000 coins. Now he's down to 270,000 coins. And I think he could easily jump way back up to 310,000 coins. So it's very much similar to the gold cards. And a lot of times what's nice about heroes as well is you can kind of go look back at last year since they were all likely in last year. I know there's some new ones this year, but you can go see what they did last year. And a lot of times that'll kind of track with what their trend is going to be this year. And it's similar with icons. If we look at Frank Lampard here, this is Lampard from FC24. Tuesday, he was really high. Friday that we're at right now, Friday, Saturday, down to like 180k, and then jumps up to 220,000 coins here. So a lot of coins to be made on these cards. So I would pay attention to icons and heroes if you have the coin balance. I think they're going to rise really well. Now, something I will say with the icons and heroes is you're going to see a lot of these get cheapest on Friday rather than Saturday. And the reason for this is because when you get a new promo, for example, Road to the Knockout today, a lot of people are going to go and panic sell their icons, get rid of them so that they can go pick up these Road to the Knockout cards, trade with them, whatever it may be. So a lot of these will get nice and cheap on Friday and then slowly start to rebound, especially if they link with some of the new promo cards. They rebound really, really nicely. So we've hit on the golds, we've hit on the icons, we've hit on the team of the weeks. If you take anything from that, it is buy Friday, Saturday after content, sell Tuesday, Wednesday before division rivals rewards on Thursday, and you're just going to make coins. It's so easy. It's very simple. You really can't go wrong with it. So next thing we're going to jump into is those team of the week cards here. We have team of the week 1 and team of the week 2 out already. Who are we going to invest in? How do these cards move? Let's go ahead and dive into it. And I want to start with team of the week 1 from FC24. This was a very good team of the week with a lot of meta cards. So let's see exactly how these were moving on the market when standard edition was released. So if we look at this team of the week Doku, this Friday right here is when standard edition was released. So you'll actually see Doku dropped pretty heavily from that Friday into Sunday and then rebounded on Monday. So he just dropped through into Sunday here. So let's keep that in mind and let's take a look at a couple more of these team of the week cards. If we take a look at Vabat Lewandowski, you'll see he was actually cheapest on Friday of Standard Edition and then had a really nice rise up 28,000 coins there for Lewa. So he had a nice little rise. And let's take a look at Tariq Lamptey, a Prem card, really solid here. And if we take a look at him, he was cheapest on Friday of Standard release and then just had a massive rise, as you can see here. So something that could have to do with as well is there was a Team of the Week Matoma in Team of the Week 2 that a lot of people were linking the two together with. So these Team of the Week 1 cards, I would say, are a little bit riskier. They can move in unpredictable patterns. And the golds for me are just a lot more reliable, and we kind of know what they're going to do. But Dybala here again, cheap Friday, Saturday, rose up a little bit. Again, it's just they don't rise as much as I would like, even though when I say that, I do really like these Team of the Week 1 cards from FC 25 right now. Like Gabrielle at 45,000 coins just seems a bit too cheap for that card, I'm not going to lie. I feel like he should be more expensive, but I'm going to try to stick to the golds, the icons, the heroes, because I just know that those cards are going to rise. And I know that they're going to get supply as well as the big thing. These Team of the Week 1 cards obviously aren't getting supply Friday, Saturday, so they're just not going to drop as much as the cards that are actually in packs. So Team of the Week 1 in general, I'm just going to stay away from. In terms of like longer term investments, I think this Messi will skyrocket the second we get any MLS SBC. I think he's probably too cheap for that card. And I think this Dembele is definitely going to rise up. So, Team of the Week 1 in general, again, I'm staying away from. But let's talk about Team of the Week 2 here. The cards that are actually in packs while we have this massive supply. So, let's start off with a few of these. This honestly wasn't a great Team of the Week. Looking at it here, nothing very useful on the bench. So let's start with the big boy Team of the Week, Heung-min Son here. And if you take a look at his card from last year, he got cheapest on Friday actually, and then just took off. I mean, my goodness, the coins on that Son are outrageous. Let's take a look at Harry Kane here. I don't know that this card would have done all that well. He got cheapest Friday and then like a smaller rise. So these Team of the Week 2 cards, early on here, it's looking like Friday is going to be your go-to. Let's take a look at Matoma. Could be a bit different because he's lower rated. And if we take a look at him, again, he gets cheapest on Saturday here. And then the week after had like a decent rise. It's nothing crazy on these cards. Some of the higher end ones you could definitely see get really cheap on Friday and then move up. So let's take a look at Team of the Week 2 in FC 25. And in terms of like high rated cards, we again have a Son, we have a Rafinha who I think could just boom. The worry with him is that again, there's word of a player of the month Rafinha, which this card could just tank if that comes out. Somebody I've got my eye on is this Luis Diaz. He just seems too cheap for that card. 215,000 coins. He can play the left side or the right side as a winger. He's in the Prem. He's a popular card. I think I could potentially really like picking him up today on Friday if he does get cheap enough. The bench here, nothing really to keep an eye on. I think this Jackson will just drop on down. He's not too meta, but even a card like Bremer could do quite well. Rafinha, I really like if I wasn't worried about the player of the month because I think that card is fantastic. And then again, we have a Son just like last year. So if you can pick this card up, I'd expect him to do pretty well throughout the week. So these meta Team of the Week 2 cards, I think can do really well, and they're 100% something to keep an eye on. So the last thing I wanted to hit on in terms of just like what's already on the market right now and what to expect is Fodder. Fodder is something that I'm not too interested in right now because similar to the Team of the Week 1 cards, while it could rise and it probably will rise this coming week, it's just not going to rise as much as a lot of those meta cards. If you take a look at last year here with 86 Kim Little, She did go up like 1,000 coins, I believe, this coming week because we're gonna get SBCs. Fodder's gonna get low this weekend. But I mean, what? She was like 7,000 coins and she went up to 8,000 coins. We can get a much better rate of return investing in meta cards that we can use for our teams and everything like that. So I'm personally staying away from fodder. However, it is going to be a nice, easy way for us to make coins. So that's kind of our overall investing outlook right now. I'm going to put another video out on road to the knockout investing itself, but I just want to talk about your easiest way to make coins now. And again, that's going to be our fodder filters. If you guys haven't seen this, basically bidding after content every single day, especially when you get mass supply, like we're going to get on Friday and Saturday and squad battles on Sunday, is just beyond easy. And these filters are in the Discord, again, free trading Discord. But if we take a look here, we'll do the 87 filter as an example here. So if you go like this, 5,300 min bid price, 5,600 max bid price, 12K minimum buy now, you're basically just going to get a load of 87s in here, right? Right there, bunch of 87s here. And there's a bunch of different filters for each individual rating. And come content time, this just gets flooded with cards that are super, super easy to bid on. And you can make a load of coins. Again, a lot of people will just brush this off, but I promise you, this is the quickest way you'll possibly make coins, is just bidding after content. It's so simple, so easy, and the most reliable way to make coins. So make sure you guys are getting on this, especially Friday and Saturday after content. And the investments are out there. I'm going to drop some players in the Discord, especially today when we start to see some of those drops. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.